Howdy everyone, I'm Patches, these are bullets, and this is sizing. I'm basically going to talk until I'm done sizing bullets. See if I can find any profound thoughts within, well, mundane tasks or repetitive tasks. So, I don't really have anything of any really significant value, other than the hilarity of 3.5 hours of sleep, a whole bunch of Red Bull, and Gatorade. Fun fact, if you mix half Gatorade, one of those big 32-ounce things of Gatorade, if you mix that in Red Bull, it's like the perfect hangover cure. If that's, your idea of a good time, drinking, getting hangovers and such. Not my idea of a good time, but, to each their own. There's more ways than one to skin a cat in this life, and, well, do what makes you happy. For me, I'm in it. But, earlier this week, I had some people ask, what's some good reloading stuff? What are some good tips? What's a good reason to get into reloading? Why'd you get into reloading? Well, originally I got into reloading for 3-gun, for competitive shooting. Now, I didn't start off in 3-gun reloading. I actually ended up, I think it was Alabama Regionals, 2016, I want to say. Don't quote me on that. But I was on a team, and the team, more often than not, would pay for some of the ammo, and, well, shooting a .308 SCAR, you can imagine $1.20 a shot kind of gets a little pricey after a while, especially after, 200, 300 rounds per match. Per match, mind you. So I started kind of getting into reloading on this press, actually. This is the one I started on. Well, I had this one over here too, but the Dillon Precision one, that one's kind of new. I picked that one up in college, getting my 2 degrees concurrently in 2 years and 4 months. I also got a minor. Fun fact, these bullets and my chemical, biological, radiation, nuclear certificate, I use those in combination with each other, and, well, lo and behold, you have sustainable bullets. I made these out of old scrap metal. Melted them down and, well, turned them into ingots. Cleaned them up, of course. You can't have, terribly dirty metal or alloy in this case and expect to be very accurate. But clean these up, fluxed them with crayons. That's where the crayons went. Marines that didn't need them, they used them to make bullets. A little off topic, but it's okay. Not really making a video for the purposes of spreading any nuggets of, well, you may find some nuggets, some diamonds in the rough probably, but, I'm just kind of shooting the breeze while at the reloading press, seeing if anything of any subsequent value will come out, me talking to myself, essentially. Talking to a camera. I still don't understand how people do this. I can't say that I love talking to people. People drive me insane sometimes. But I would rather talk to a person than stand here and talk to a camera. I had a friend tell me that, well, you need to envision a person standing on the other end of the camera. Whatever floats your boat, dude. It's actually really good advice. It just probably doesn't work for me. I'm too people focused, I guess. I'd rather actually talk to a person. Even when I'm doing anything online, if it's even paying bills, I would rather call and talk to a person rather than get a voice machine where I press a whole bunch of buttons. Because you can't ask questions when you push buttons. You get the options that they give you. And normally during life, it's not so black and white. Nothing really is. I mean, every single one of these bullets is literally exactly the same, except for every single one of them is different. Every single one of them has their own unique characteristics and flaws. Now, will it affect the accuracy? Yeah, probably after 100, 200 yards. Whatever. Am I realistically going to be shooting these bullets to 300 yards, 200 yards, 100 yards? Yeah. I'll shoot them to 100 yards. And with some confidence, I'm sure that, or in statistical terms, I am 95% confident, I should say 98, but 95% confident that these will do what they're intended. But there's no guarantees in life. There's no guarantees in anything. You could have a steady job, be there for 15 years, 18 years, 19 years. Oh, that's a fun story. Marines. There's some Marines that have been in, they go in enlisted, they stay in for 19 years, get booted out. 19 years and 6 months right before they're about to get their pension. Get booted out of the military, so they don't get their pension or their retirement. So there's no guarantees in life. There really isn't in anything. Now, are these going to be accurate? I'm doing my due diligence. I mean, all of my cases are going to be sized. All the primer pockets are going to be relatively uniform. Same primers, same powder charge within a specific allotment, and same bullets uniform to the same diameter. Well, that being said, nothing in life is guaranteed. I could be loading on my Big Dylan press over here. Fantastic press, by the way. I've only broke it like 2 or 3 times, but they have a good warranty, so I always have to get something with a warranty. There's nothing that is not gonna break around me. Even this thing is broken. I've had this thing forever, and it's still broken 5 times at least. I wonder if I have my... I probably don't. I broke a 308 firing pin, or no, not firing pin, but a 308 sizing die. I shot the decapping pin through the top of the sizing die. Not because there was a primer, powder, or a bullet shot through it or anything like that. Nothing crazy. I literally had this was when I first started reloading, and, I wasn't as knowledgeable as I am now. Well, I had a Berdan primed case. Anyone that knows 308 or reloading knows that Berdan primed anything is the devil. And it doesn't matter how strong you are or anything like that. That's not the case. It's essentially, I don't want to give you bad information, but I'm going to give you kind of what it is in the bottom of the casing. So there's 3 holes at the bottom of the casing, and it's more or less welded onto the bottom. Now, is it actually welded? No. But it's on there like it was welded. I didn't know that starting out. So I had a random Berdan primed piece of brass, 308 brass, chilling in my press. And I'm trying to size this thing, and for the life of me, no matter how much case lube that I put on it, it wouldn't size. I couldn't punch the primer out. I was like, what's going on? Finally, both hands, most of my body weight on this lever right here, which I'm pretty sure I've bent this thing a couple times. The primer still doesn't come out. The top of the sizing die, where the primer decapping, what is it, pin? Puncher? Whatever. Anyway, that sucker comes out. And it doesn't come out just a little bit, like it really comes out. It goes through the top of the die, and it's not going back in there. The whole die was toast. I actually had to get a Hornady die after that. At least something with a little bit of a warranty in case I did something stupid again. That was one of those stupid things that, it just, you live and you learn. It was only a $30, $40, whatever. I'm pretty sure it was like $28 after. It was about $30. Anyway, that's not really important. But broke a sizing die. Oh, that was a good time. I always break something. Even those bolts that hold your transmission to your engine block, I've broken one of those. You're not supposed to be able to break those, but I managed to shear the head off of one of those one time. Me and my brother. He's a ASE Master Tech. Brilliant automotive guy. If I get half as good at guns as, well, okay, I'm not going to downplay my ability with guns, or my knowledge either, but he's a brilliant Master Tech. Brilliant car guy. Loves building cars, loves tinkering with things. Should have been an engineer, but it's not where his heart is. I mean, I went to college, and I'm still doing this. Mainly because this is where my passion is. I don't care if there's no money in it. I build my own stuff, make my own bullets, load my own stuff. Research gear, whatever. Design my own stuff. It's enjoyable to me. It's where my heart is, so you can't go wrong with that. I think too many people focus on money nowadays. You can either buy more problems, buy yourself out of thinking about problems, dealing with problems. Fun facts, in college, I kept telling a professor, I want to be a competitive shooter, and he kept calling me a hitman. I was like, I'm not a hitman. Like, if I was a hitman, I wouldn't be this poor. He didn't like that answer. Most people wouldn't. I'm kind of a smart ass. But I did have one professor. I got a lot of professors that didn't particularly care that I was into guns, or that I made munitions or anything else. They didn't necessarily like that so much, because that doesn't fit into the corporate world. But I did have one professor who was a venture capitalist professor. Well, yeah, he was a professor, but he was a professional, actually. Before he ever taught, he was an entrepreneur. And he'd basically done it all, made his fortune, and, had all the cars and the money and this and that, and just decided to teach because he loved entrepreneurs. He wanted to help more entrepreneurs get to where they want to go. And like I did in all my classes, I'd sit in the front of the class and take notes. Anything that popped up, taking notes. That's just kind of what I did. And he came up to me because he was a venture capitalist. I mean, he was an investor, essentially. And his class was venture capital, just teaching us how to get money for entrepreneurial endeavors, whether it be equity or, through the stock market or through banks or through philanthropists. I mean, you name it. He was just there to help us, because he just loved business. He was a great dude. Old guy. I shouldn't say he was old, but he was kind of older. But you could definitely tell that he loved being around entrepreneurs, because when he talked to me, he's like, is any of this stuff helping you? It's like, you have your company, right? I'm like, yeah, I have my company. It's like, is any of this stuff helping you? Because I know you've kind of been going through this for a while and struggling with your company and this and that, and which stage of this investment cycle are you on? And I'm like, honestly, I put probably close to $100,000, give or take. Been in debt into my company. I'm still about. No, I don't want to talk about that. It's another topic. But put about $100,000 into my company, give or take, and over the years, I mean, it hasn't been in just one sitting. I've traveled the country. I've gone to different events. I've met some great people. I've built some of the coolest guns that anyone's ever seen. At least top 10. And I still do what I do, because this is where it's at for me. Now, if I had different opportunities, yeah, I could automate all of this stuff pretty easily. But I don't know. I kind of enjoy the fruits of my labor. I know that's weird to say, because most people are about, oh, well, you can automate it, and you can touch a screen, and you can do other things, bigger and better things, that, you don't have to be standing around making bullets all the time. And yeah, as that may be the case, I think that there's some honor in doing things with your own two hands. having a craft of sorts, mastery skills. I mean, because sitting in front of a screen, keep in mind I'm certified on just about every operating system. I did a whole cyber forensics certificate in high school, and AP programming and all that. And I don't know. I just feel like there's some merit to doing things with your hands, doing things yourself, and reaping and enjoying the benefits of the labor that you put in, and some gratification behind it. I have 2 bullets left, by the way. 20 minutes. I did God knows how many bullets. A ton. But yeah. Alright. Well, that's it for the bullets. I hope to see you guys and talk to you guys soon. Maybe we can do this again. Well, we'll definitely do another video, because I have obligations that I need to bring you guys more fun and exciting gun stuff, whether it be running courses or shooting matches or testing some fun little goodies that I have in store. But it's definitely going to be enjoyable, or at least I'm going to try to make it enjoyable. And I do try my best. I may not be the most exciting person, but I do try my best. It would help, though, if I was kind of interacting with someone, because this camera, whatever. It works for some people. It works for a lot of YouTubers. I don't know if it's going to work for me. Let's see. This is 9:9. Alright, well, you guys take it easy, and you'll be hearing from me soon.